Hey, I'm Claude, and this is a Sexual 24/7. We're doing season 3, episode 14 of the CW Arrow, entitled The Return. So, sir, what do you think about the episode?
I like this episode a lot. I think it it balances a lot of cool things. At first, you get a lot of cool returns in this episode, and it balances the relationship between brother and sister and that bond and how they have to, kind of fight to survive. So I really enjoyed it for that. I love the fact that we do get the return of Slade, but we also get the return of some other characters that we're quite fond of in like the flashbacks and what they were doing before, after Oliver died and before they even met Oliver. I thought was a pretty cool concept. So with that in general, I really enjoyed the episode. What about you?
I did. I did like the episode. It was a lot of information to intake in one episode. I would have preferred if they maybe split it up into two and focused on certain parts a little bit longer.
Hmm.
Um, but overall, it was fun to watch. Definitely going not going like they always do the the pre like what he went through, and they never really go through other characters of when what they went through.
Yeah.
So that was fun seeing him coming back to the city and him viewing. So we know now that he knew what was going on, at least a little bit. And in that sense, I really did enjoy seeing going back to that part and seeing what happened then. Overall, I did enjoy it. I love Slade. I love Slade, but right now my favorite villain definitely is Merlin. Like he's just best father ever.
Yeah, he's got to get that Best Father award, and I do agree with you. I think it should have probably been like a two-parter, like the Return Part One, the Return Part Two. Do it like that. They probably crammed a little bit too much into one episode, but that's what you get sometimes. So you kind of have to deal with it. But I do understand it would have probably been a lot better if it was just a two-parter, because even though I'm a big Slade Wilson fan, and you do get him, you don't get that much of him, and the way they use him in this episode is not that well done. It's just good to see him. That's what I liked about this episode. It was just good to see him, but they didn't really use him the way I wanted him to be used. He was kind of like after you play a video game and you beat a boss and then you play that exact level again, you already know everything about the boss, so he's just super easy to beat. And that's what I felt in this episode. I didn't feel like he really challenged Oliver and Thea, um, and their mentality and stuff. So that's what I'm kind of bummed about. What about you?
I completely agree in that aspect. He just came in as like we all know he's bad,
Yeah.
but I feel like they just like, okay, he's out, he's coming out to get you. Oh, there he is. Okay, let's bring him back into jail, and bam, we're done. He's much more smarter than that,
Hmm.
and I feel like they downplayed his character. That's why I feel that that piece specifically, if they would have done two episodes on that, it would have been, I feel like, much more better and would have meant more. Because I mean, when you find out like, oh, he's out. For me, when I found out he was out, I was like, ew, that's it's gonna be it. But
Yeah.
no, the fact that Thea, and it only took Thea and Oliver to bring him down. I know they like when he went to the city, he had the whole soldiers and everything, but it took a lot of people to take him down specifically. So this episode, I just feel like it was a quick and easy cleanup for him.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Now, one thing that they really did well in this episode, and they've been doing for the past few episodes, is that Oliver is just coming clean to Thea about certain things. He tells her about the Sarah death, and she was the cause of Sarah's death, and how it happened, and it kind of it shows that okay, they're kind of listening to the fans and stuff, because we've all been crazy trying to yell at the producers like, yo, just let Oliver tell Thea, so life can be better. And I think it's for the best that she knows everything, that she's caught up to speed, that she's against Malcolm, but he's still very persistent. He still wants to protect her. And you see, like, you can tell, like, at certain times where you can tell that he wants to do good with her, but he's just got this so sick and twisted type of mentality that it's kind of weird, but it's kind of just crazy. And I like that about his character, Malcolm. So what did you think about, Oliver telling Thea the entire story and how Thea actually reacted? And what do you think that's going to benefit, or what do you think that's going to lead to in
Go.
future
Oh,
episodes?
No, definitely. I was like, fine. Well, finally, you know, now she has her eyes open and there's
Hmm.
no more secrets. Not really. Like, did they even talk about Shadow? You know how he mentions Shadow? I don't remember the if Oliver told her about
No,
her.
I don't even think he told her the exact thing. She knows something happened, but I don't think she cared that much. I think she more cared about like how she's brought into this situation. I don't really know if she cares that much about why Slade's doing what he's doing. I think she's more interested in why Malcolm did what she did and how that affects her and Oliver. That's my opinion
But going back, I did like that she finally has her eyes open.
though. Hmm.
But that's why I really do like Merlin
Hmm.
because there are times where I love him and he makes sense, and
Yeah.
then you think in the back of your mind like he has something like he's planning something, he's scheming, it's all for his benefit, and then you get that moment of like, oh, that's why he's doing it. Because for the island thing, I was thinking, oh look, they're gonna go train together. He's actually thinking about them getting stronger. But then when he let Deathstroke out, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, there you go, that's why.
Yeah,
And
and
he
that was a
has
cool
that, you
thing.
know, that face.
Yeah, that was a cool
It was a
moment.
good move.
Yeah, when Oliver wants to go see Deathstroke and kind of talk to him, and he finds out that he's a loose, and he has his moment of freak out. I was like, oh, this is going to get good. And it didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to. It was still a good moment, but it didn't pan out the way I wanted to. Like I said, it needed to be expanded just a little bit more. So that's where the second part could have benefited. But let's get into like the flashback stuff a little bit, because in the flashbacks it's not just a return of Slade in the future, but it's kind of a return of some older characters that we known and loved and what they were doing. And I love to see the fact that what Diggle was doing before he actually met Oliver, what Felicity was doing. But I love the way that they tie in Tommy in certain episodes when he does come back. I like the way they tie him, because he was one of those characters where I really, really enjoyed his character in season one, especially towards the end. So having him back is just really, really good. And just seeing his relationship with Laurel at the time and how he cared so much about Oliver and how it was affecting Oliver, how Oliver's death was affecting everyone and how certain people took it certain ways. What do you think about stuff like that? How certain people took certain things for Oliver's death?
Um, I enjoyed a lot the Tommy and Thea
Hmm.
relationship. Like he definitely tried taking care of her, and she was just a bit of a mess at that
Yeah,
time. So I did enjoy that Oliver got to see his sister, like how everybody was affected with his death.
yeah,
Um, I also enjoyed seeing like again, I'm a big Laurel fan. I
yeah,
loved seeing Laurel and her father's relationship during that time, and how he's very protective and he's very crude, and he's not right with the world.
yeah.
Um,
That was a good moment. And I'm glad you brought that up.
yeah, no, I'm happy that they brought that because it goes back to what Lance is going through right now,
Hmm.
because he's going through the whole thing again. And I one part that I really did like was when he went to the party, into the party, and then he tries to protect his sister even then. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed those flashbacks more than the flashbacks when Oliver goes, like more than with no, not Tatsu, with, I'm sorry, why am I blanking on his name?
So,
Tatsu's husband.
oh yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
uh,
Yeah.
like he was cool. It's nice seeing their dynamic and how they grew together.
Hmm.
But I liked more of seeing the his friends and family, how they all took it.
Yeah,
And
that was
yeah,
really good. Yeah, like I said, I think the standout in like the flashback was just seeing like Captain Lance and how he was just so far gone about the whole situation, where he was very bitter, angry, kind of drunk. He took a lot of his frustration out on Oliver's family, like Thea, Oliver's friends, like Tommy, just a lot of frustration out on people and how he is as a person. Another thing before we go that I just really liked about this episode is just how many wigs they used in this episode. Because you got Oliver in flashback, and his wig goes
yeah,
crazy, his hair, and then
all of it.
you got Thea, because in the future her hair is cut short, and now she's got the long hair. But the best one was Detective Lance and that horrible, horrible wig he had on. It was just so super, super funny. and I liked
Oh
it.
God, I was
It,
like,
wa-
what?
it was so distracting, but yeah, overall I really enjoyed this episode, and yeah, so what you guys think about this episode? Please comment below. Let us know. Comment, and we'll we will reply back. We want to know what you guys think about how people felt in this episode and how they treated Oliver for his death. And did you like the way they used Slade and stuff like that? So comment below. Let us know. I'm Cirque. She's Claude. This is the Cirque Show 24/7. Claude, tell them bye.
Bye.
Bye. Take care. Where's the stop button?